Good morning, boys and girls. All these empty moorings now were not here yesterday, and I had to reverse all the way back to where the locks are back there, which I managed to do quite well actually, but after a 9-hour day a long reverse was not really what I wanted. Anyway, so yes, nice little place is Wheelock. Going to fill up with water, and today we're going to do 3 waterways. We're going to do obviously the Trenton Mersey and the Middlewich arm. There's a boat coming, thank you. And then Shropshire Union, and then on to the Llangollen. I'll stop filming while I pass this boat. Oh, that's the first lock of the day down. Always fancy one of those. Not overly practical for me though. The bad news, well, it's not really bad, irritating, is the 2 boats in front of us, both of which are bloody slow, are going exactly the same route as us, which means I'm going to be queuing up at all the locks. I think there's only about 8 or 9 locks today, but oh look, they got their own little bywash coming out onto their house. So yeah, so it's going to be a fairly slow going day. One of them's doing the 4 counties ring, and the other one's going to a mooring. I can't remember if Charlotte said near Llangollen or near the Llangollen Canal. So 8 or 9 locks, and I can't remember how many miles. It's not far. At least it has stopped that really irritating drizzly sort of rain, which isn't really rain, it's more like a really heavy wet mist. But it stopped for the time being, so I shall just drift along to the next lock. There's no point hammering it down to the next lock because there's 2 boats going to be going down. The only thing I think we can really hope for is loads and loads of boats coming up this way. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I quite like, just drifting along like this. Suits me down to the ground, as long as it's not raining. Very sorry to say the weather hasn't really improved very much, but we've got a secret glimpse here of a top secret MI5 establishment. Very, very hush hush, not supposed to mention it. It is to provide vital supplies for the current government, and essentially what it does is it's the world's largest known, because there might be other secret ones, it's the largest known cocaine factory. And all those bags of cocaine there are ready now to go off down to the Houses of Parliament under the scrutiny of Downing Street, and in a minute we'll come to where the actual main processing plant for the cocaine is. And we'll see some of these great big hoppers. And there's just catch a glimpse there. That's one of the test piles of cocaine. If you can see that all right, that's probably Michael Gove's private supply. There you are. I'm sure Boris will be in the line there somewhere for that. And this here is where the cocaine that has been processed then spills out. And just over the back there is the cocaine waiting to be processed. Look at that, beautiful. It's one of the world's, sorry, no it's not. It's one of the UK's largest natural cocaine resources there. There we are. All of that destined for our current government. Done this joke before, haven't I? Now this is interesting. Every time I've come past here, it's looked like they're either doing this up or sort of changing its use or something. At the moment it looks like a cannabis factory. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if those downstairs there were a cannabis factory. And some enslaved Vietnamese living in there looking after the plants. It's a beautiful building though, and I'm not actually too sure what will be going on with it. Anyway, Middlewich, where is it? It's Middlewich, opposite the cocaine factory. And I just tied on. My feet are now fucking soaking. Because I'm wearing sandals, boys and girls, believe it or not. That makes a change, doesn't it? I've only spent the last 40 years of my life wearing sandals. Why would I stop now? I'll have webbed feet by the end of this holiday. But anyway, I'm just strolling up and down to get me Fitbit step count up, at least into double figures today. But there we are. This is the cocaine factory and cocaine mines, and I think all underneath all of here there are so many like little caverns where over the years they have mined all of the cocaine. Look at that over there. God, that'll keep Michael Gove going for a fucking weekend. So because all of this under here has been mined for cocaine over the years, nobody really knows where all of these underground mines still are. So every now and then, occasionally, it will just go thump, because it's like a honeycomb under here. So, a couple of hours, I think, well, 3 hours, 3 and a bit hours it's taken us to get from Wheelock to Middlewich. After these couple of locks we're turning left up onto the what's known as the Middlewich arm of the Trenton Mersey, then onto the Shroppy for about 1.25 miles, and then hang a right onto the Llangollen Canal. I wasn't going to bother trying to do a time lapse today. I need to go figure the GoPro a little bit, but I'm definitely going to get some film going over the Poncasolfi Aqueduct. If you don't know what it is, just go Google Pontywasit Aqueduct in Wales and you'll see it's scary. Going down, first floor, haberdashery and leatherware. Goods, leather goods. Leather goods, not leatherware, leather goods. Here's something that's new. Not the skateboard ramp per se, but the fact that none of them are on skateboards. All of them are on scooters. And this is weird because I remember having a scooter like that when I was about 6 or 7. Probably not as hardcore. I don't think it would have lasted in quite the same way, but they're brilliant. And plus, you know, kids following a valuable tradition of doing shit with other kids instead of just sat in front of a fucking games console. I'm sounding like my granddad. Oh, I can't be sounding like my granddad. We didn't have games consoles. But look at that. It's all drizzly, rainy. It's a bit grim today, and they're actually out doing stuff that kids should be doing. I fully approve. Well done, guys. Not doing any tricks. There's one of these guys goes up, spins around. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Good. Oh, I have to be a bit careful. I might be able to sort of like avoid bumping into other boats if I'm careful. Far too busy watching children do stuff that children should be doing. Very much approve. It's now 2:30 and there's a bit of a traffic jam. This is the lock that goes onto the what's known as the Middlewich arm, which goes down to the Shropshire Union, and I think there's about 6 boats, 6 or 7. I think we were number 3 or 4 in the car, I don't know. Anyway, lots of boats queuing to go through. Someone up front got a little bit stroppy when he thought someone else was going to push in. Oh dear, precious. Anyway, we're up next. I'm not sure whether we're going to make it to the Llangollen today, boys and girls, but on the positive side, there's a little bit of sun trying to poke through up there, which is good. Oh well, we got the drizzle come back. And now, this is a thing, Wardle Log. I just seen something that says Wardle Canal. I think it said Wardle Canal, might not have said Wardle Canal. Something like that. It probably was, wasn't it? Wardle Canal. The shortest canal in the UK. Now, up until today, I've never fucking heard of it. Who invented that then? So if it is the shortest canal in the UK, I ought to Google it really, so I don't sound like a twat if I'm wrong. But, you know. Look, another boat coming down. That's good, isn't it? Always good to have boats going up and down together because it saves on water. So yeah, there we are. Is there a Wardle Canal? I'm gonna have to Google it now, and if I've found that I've made a complete twat of myself, you know the score. You'll never hear because I'll edit it out. I shall delete that file and that way I can maintain a modicum of dignity and pretend that I know what I'm talking about. Just Googled it. It is the shortest canal in the UK at 154 feet. Fuck, how have I never known that in the 20 plus odd years I've been, oh, fuck off, someone's invented it, haven't they, quite recently, bastards. Anyway, yes, no, so there is a there is a Wardle Canal, and I have just disgraced myself by not knowing anything about it at all. Onward. I feel slightly less embarrassed because the guy there just going into that lock, he's been doing this boating-y stuff for a while, like us as well, and he's just said to me, I just heard you talking about that. He says, I never knew that. Oh, it's not just me then. 154 foot. It's the shortest canal in the UK. I'm still amazed that I've never known that. Do you know that there are some things, and that's a part of the joy of life, isn't it? Every day is a school day. If only they were slightly less embarrassing. Wardle Canal, 154 feet. That's yeah, that works for me today. I feel like everybody who's watching this is almost on one of those. I'm sorry. I'm just amazed and a little bit stunned that I didn't know the shortest canal in the UK. I'm going to stop now while I've got a shred of dignity left. Here comes Charlotte. Oh, that was easy enough. She had to get onto the boat to have a sticky plaster, and she's just stubbed her foot. I thought I ought to mention this, because we're going to repaint all this. We haven't painted it this year, so she does look a little bit kind of scabby. Although, I haven't put as big a mark in her as Sandra did. But we're not going to put sticky-on-y lines when we redo her, because every year we've just stuck one over the other. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers which can all come off, and I'm hoping that, see, that's maybe 5 layers of these coach lines, and when I've painted over, I'm hoping there'll be enough reference left where these have been, so that we can then mask it up and then paint these on. Because I don't want to let the old girl go with just sticky coach lines on. I think it's going to have to be painted nicely with some nice silver, probably Amorite. But and the other thing, I think that lock is on restricted opening thing, draining, emptying for some reason, for safety. I don't know, did I say that before? But yeah, the other thing was, we wanted to check where I did the rust proofing, and it's all been perfect. That's Genolite that we used, and then whatever. These screw heads are probably never ever going to really seal properly, because metal getting hot and then contracting, hot and contracting, these are always going to be exposed. All the gates are opening. I better stop talking, undo my rope and go in to lock. Well, just ought to note, fuck me. That is really foul. You couldn't make that up. Look at the fucking state of that. Jesus. I just despair sometimes. If that were on road, Canal and River Trust, just a little thing about, you know, you being a well-being trust and all that. Fucking hell, what is he running that on? Well-being, you know, should also extend to being protected from developing asthma on the cut. That really is. Just fucking look at that, for God's sake. Oh. Yeah. So I'm a bit speechless now. I am literally speechless. A, that can happen, and B, that someone thinks that's remotely alright. It's 6 o'clock. The drizzle has finally got the best of me. I can't do this anymore today. So, with that lovely alternate billowing smoke, which is from their wood burner, which is infinitely nicer than the shit coming out of that wanker's fucking boat earlier. God, that made me nauseous. Anyway, this is where we're at the moment. We're not far from the end of the Middlewich arm. I think there's another lock, maybe 2 locks. I'm not even going to do it. Don't know if it's the last lock or not, don't care either. 6 o'clock. Guy we met yesterday, Andy, gave us a couple of beers. So you know what? I'm about to try one out. I'll save that for a different tasting video, I think. For today, boys and girls, hope it hasn't been too too boring for you. On the Middlewich arm, on the Trent and Mersey Canal, heading towards Llangollen. It's the 17th, Tuesday, 17th of August. Whatever you're doing, do it safely. Cheers.